Hello, lovely people out there. I just thought I'd do this crazy live because I know some of you out there are thinking of ways that you can do like homeschooling with your kids, and oh, that's going to really annoy me that I'm going to keep going in and out there. Oh, you'll just have to deal with it. My kids have always been home educated. There is a difference. Homeschooling is doing school at home. Home education tends to be a variety of crazy stuff. But anyway, let's not go into the philosophy of that. And I just thought I'd share some of the things that I did with my kids when they were younger. So I'm a bit of a, hi Rose, I'm a bit of a puzzles geek. I'm a bit of an IT geek. That was my training before I had children. I worked in with databases, database programmer. But I didn't do any teaching with my kids because I didn't want to muddy the water between being their mum and being their teacher, because I'm sort of not their teacher. Again, sort of a big discussion you could have there. So I sort of turned myself as like a facilitator for their learning and following what they were interested in. And actually, to be honest, up until the age of about 10, both of them just wanted to socialise with their kids and mess around and run around, which is a bit of a tricky thing to do, but you can run around and mess around and whatever in your house or in your garden. But I thought I'd share a couple of things that you could all do at home without very many resources, maybe a bit of cardboard or whatever. So I love this game. And obviously I've got a lovely wooden version, but you can make this easily out of cardboard, and that could be half the fun of doing it. So this is called the Pythagoras puzzle, and the aim of the game is to get rid of your pieces. So you will split your pieces out, and then you have to put, so you've got all the triangles, the Pythagoras triangle, and you can only put down a piece if you can put it on an edge. So it's worth going and looking up if you can find a version of that, but you can easily make these. So let you see, that's the square on that side, that's the square on that side, and then it's got yellow ones that are squares on the other side. So it's quite a groovy game, and it also explains Pythagoras. There's a really good video on Khan Academy. If you're not on Khan Academy, get on there, because actually your kids can do most of their lessons on there with videos, but there's some really good stuff on there about Pythagoras. But I'm happy to post up what the number of pieces you need to play that game and put all the rules down for you, so I'll take a picture of that. But obviously you'd have to get the kids cutting out cardboard and all that sort of stuff to start with. There's also, and this is very easy to make, go and find Tangrams. So Tangrams, you can download all sorts of stuff that uses Tangram pieces. So it normally is wooden again, comes in like a board, and you've got to make it all into a square, but also it's got loads of different pieces and you can make crazy patterns. So there's absolutely stacks of stuff online about that. And then I really like this one, and this is something you could definitely do at home without needing anything like this. So this is called the Tower of Hanoi, and what's lovely about it is you can start with this many pieces, but actually for the younger kids you could maybe just start with 4. And what I thought would be nice with this is you don't need to have this puzzle set up like this. You could just get like a lid from something and a slightly bigger lid from something, and then maybe a jam jar lid, and then maybe some sort of coaster or mat. And the aim of the game, and you don't need the sticks, is you've got to move all the pieces from one of the stacks to another of the stacks without putting any bigger pieces on top of smaller pieces. So you can't do that, for example, because that's not right. You'd have to move that over there and put that one on top. But you can see that you can do it with, you could just mark out on paper and stuff like that. And what I found with doing puzzles like that is the kids are learning, they're becoming more spatially aware. It keeps them occupied for a while. You can get them involved in actually making the puzzles, which is really good fun. With something like the Tangram, you could maybe then do timing or come up with different patterns yourself, etc., etc. But it's a lot of spatial awareness, kinetic learning about stuff like that. And just know that actually the national curriculum, this has been shown by home educators who have tried to emulate school outside of school. You can normally fit the national curriculum into about like 45 minutes to 2 hours of a day. So a lot of home educators I know who were actually emulating school outside of school got all their schoolwork done in the morning, and the afternoon was free for play and going out and about and stuff like that. So don't think that your kids have to sit there 9 till 3 like a school day, because if they want to get all their work done, you can do that in quite a small amount of time. But also be aware that learning things like using puzzles, getting them out in the garden, learning to, maybe do a bit of gardening. I had my Zach, who's now 18, at the age of 2, he was trimming the hedge with secateurs, and we taught him how to use knives safely so he could help in the kitchen, stuff like that. So there's loads of stuff you can do with your kids which is just normal family stuff, but you can make it's all educational. And don't get stressed, kids are pretty resilient, and you can learn via lots of stuff. So I just thought I'd share a few things about puzzles. I'll post some stuff in the comments below for where you can maybe find out a bit more about these things, and I might put some other videos up when I come up with crazy ideas that you can use. But yeah, if you want to ask me any questions about what I did, then please just get in touch. I've got 2 kids who were home educated. My eldest is now at York College, but he went there with absolutely no academic background at all. Did his maths and English GCSE and the equivalent of other GCSEs from a standing start, having done nothing at school, no academic stuff. So it is possible to still have a life even if you haven't done classical learning like that. He didn't teach himself to read until he was 11 and a half, so even if he'd wanted to do any book learning, he didn't until he was at least 12, and he's doing absolutely fine. So if you want to know more about sort of the crazy stuff I did as a home educating mum or facilitator or whatever you want, please get in touch, because I can allay any of your fears and stuff like that if that's something you want to do. I'm always up for a chat about things like that. So, and if you want any more info about anything I've said or stuff isn't clear, get in touch. I'm happy to have a chat. Let's all band together, and your kids are amazing and you're amazing, and just keep being awesome. Okay, bye.